My name is Raj Singh. I am founder and CEO of SAP Solutions Limited. SAP Solution is an Infor reseller. We sell and implement Infor CSI solution, Factory Track, and Burst. Briefly introduce, David is the managing director of Aqualux. He is a project sponsor, and he's also a project lead given his experience of implementing CSI solution in the past. David, thank you for your time. Can you start by introducing yourself briefly and talk about who Aqualux as an organization, your relationship with Infor, what actually led to this project?
Thank you, Raj. As you've introduced me, I'm David Baldry, Managing Director of Aqualux. We're part of the AQ Group, and we're a private equity-backed shower enclosure business. We design shower enclosures, import them, and we also manufacture them within the UK. As a business, we require a system that can basically support that operation and all the variations within it. From cradle to grave, we have direct connections into most of our major customers, which provides a challenge, but we also receive orders directly in. My background has come from being within the bathrooms or water-connected products over the years. Over that time, I've had experience with many ERP systems. So what we needed was an ERP system highly dynamic, and also something which we could challenge the SIVES team on how to program, as well as the unique challenges of 2020.
Let us know what was the background that led to Aqualux going through the implementing CSI solution.
Towards the end of 2019, as part of the previous parent company's Brexit preparations, they were looking at certain markets in which to demerger, and as part of my previous role, we identified the UK as a business that we would demerger out of the group. However, we had a 6-month deadline in which would normally be done a project which takes 14 months. So once Raj and myself had a few meetings, and Raj agreed to this rather challenging timeline, if only you've known Raj, we've defined the system. That then gave us 4.5 months in which to do the deployment. Never would anybody have guessed that 4.5 months would have included the January through to May 2020. Just with this new world COVID that we had to go through, we had to stick to the time frame. It was fixed, and remain committed to that cause regardless of lockdowns and the many other curveballs that this year's presented.
You obviously had a very short time to deploy these solutions. How did cloud version of Infor solution help you in that respect?
One of the major benefits of going onto a cloud platform is it's allowed us to be dynamic in what has been the most challenging dynamic year. We've had to step away from our offices and still have a business running in the background. Once we managed to do the changeover, which we did in May during the middle of what was one of the UK's lockdowns, then it gave us a platform where we could rapidly redeploy the business, redeploy all of our operations, utilising as much digital functionality as possible, where staff would be working remotely. We weren't reliant on them being in the office. Through those EDI connections, orders would flow in. We could also scale the business based on the number of orders we were receiving. CSI is the backbone of our business. It is basically everything that we do, from an order coming into the building to it being dispatched out by either ourselves or one of our warehousing partners. It is the sole software within our system. We use it for all of the digital connections, as mentioned, and also for our warehouse operations, optimizing how much stock we have into the warehouse, our MRP, our buying. We've got a basic courier connectivity at the moment, and shortly we'll be moving on to a full factory track and courier connectivity implementation.
In terms of the next step, David, would you be willing to recommend Infor solutions and SAPs to our other customers? What would you say to them?
We've already been doing it. So yes, we have out, and we've also taken part in, I think it's the ambassador program, where we start to get on, and I'm looking forward to working with them. I mean, ultimately, and my main goal here is that we build another platform that gives us even more of a tool base to use, more of an experience that we can actually drive forward and recommend to other customers.